Hey gang, it's Jeff from Photo Finish Restorations, and on this episode of Muscle Cars and Hot Rods, we get final primer on Cindy's 1968 Chevy Camaro project, so check us out. Okay, we're back on our 1968 Chevy Camaro project, and this is Cindy's Camaro. So, since we've last done a video on Cindy's Camaro, we were sanding it last time, we primed it. I went ahead and there was a few bird baths in the roof that needed attention, and then the hood was pretty wavy, you could see the structure. So I had to repair that and primer those, and then we went ahead, after we primered those, we sanded the entire car down. And now we're just taking it apart so we can prime it without getting a bunch of overspray all over our suspension and such. Even though we do have liquid masking on our subframe and suspension, we don't want to risk overspraying it. So my girl got me this new tripod for Christmas, so we're back to doing more action shots. My last tripod broke. Now we get to do more action shots, and you can hear less of me tripping over my vocabulary. Less talking. Do it like me and forget the inside hole. Normally you take these bolts out first.
Oh, you got your kickball. Awesome. Thank you, Gary.
So let's get this thing blown off and prepped up for primer. Also got our black jack shifter in for our Tremec TKO 600, which now placed the shifter exactly where we want it to come through the stock console. So that being the final thing to mock up on the aftermarket transmission going in, we can now pull the motor and transmission out, and I can attend to a couple of things we want to do on the firewall in order to prep it for jam painting. There's the car all prepped up. Ready for final primer. Looking pretty good. The last car builder went and smashed down and ground and welded up the factory press welds right there. Looked real crappy. I just put a thin coat of glaze on it, not so much to hide the ribs or anything, but to hide the bad hammering and welding and all that. So there's that. Here's all the parts to the car in final prime. So we'll wheel this thing into the booth, get it primered up. Okay, now we just got done wiping it down with our wax and grease remover, and it's all masked off. We're ready to put our epoxy down. And we're going to use our epoxy as a pre-coat, and then we're ready for our high build dry sand primer for the final prime. Okay, now we shot that down at about 22 psi, and let's see, we've got a rather long flash time on this. The book calls from 15 to 30 minutes, but due to the fact that we're shooting at about 60 degrees, we're going to go ahead and give it towards the latter side of the 30 minutes. So we'll get that, and then we'll get a couple coats of our high build dry sand primer down. We'll catch you at that point. I do believe Gabrielle Giffords was just shot, and a bunch of innocent bystanders by some guy at a pep rally. Just happened right now, right here in Tucson at Oracle and Ina. Here comes another medevac helicopter. Very sad thing. Well, there's nothing on the news yet, but a friend of a friend's wife just called. She was at the rally when it happened. Happened right in front of her. Alright, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Muscle Cars and Hot Rods. We should be seeing some jam painting going on Cindy's car next, so stick around and check that out. On the next one, one last final note, guys. Don't take your life or your family for granted. Go ahead and make the most of your time you got with them. We'll catch you on the next time.